Today we're going to talk about camping clothing for your next motorcycle campout. We'll discuss proper layering, different materials to look for, and finally what you should pack. And we're going to jump in right after this. Clothing choice is important because it can help you stay comfortable around camp and also make doing laundry easier on longer trips. Choosing what clothes to pack depends on more than just what weather you expect to encounter, though. Clothing intended for camping has a few other needs to meet. They should be durable and rugged in order to handle the tasks involved in being out in nature. Also, sun protection, keeping bugs away, and staying dry and comfortable are some of the benefits to dressing smart around camp. Choosing the best materials can mean that your clothes will do double duty for you. Some base layer materials, such as silk, are able to keep you cool in the summer and warm in the fall. The most important part of dressing smart for camping is to dress and think of everything in terms of layers. Layering is not just for winter camping. Even in the summer, being aware of layers and how they work will help you choose the right clothes for the job at hand. Proper layering will allow you to regulate your body temperature throughout the day as weather and conditions change. This allows you to adapt without having to change completely out of your clothes. Remember, you can always take layers off if it gets too hot, but when it gets cold, you can't add layers that you didn't pack. Dressing in layers involves 3 different layers: base, mid, and outer layers. A base layer is the layer in direct contact with your skin, either underwear or long thermals, or a t-shirt, for example. Base layers will add an extra layer of insulation, but the primary function is to keep you dry. This is important whether it's hot or cold. Wicking materials will keep you warm and dry when it's cool, and keep you cool and dry when it's hot. This is done by wicking or pulling sweat away from your skin to where it can evaporate. Mid layers can also be called the insulating layer. This one is responsible for retaining warmth. Where the base layer's primary function is to keep you dry, the focus for a mid-layer fabric is to retain heat efficiently. This will be your everyday clothing, such as pants, shorts, long-sleeve shirts, and t-shirts, as well as jackets, sweatshirts, pullovers, and vests. Your outer shell's main function is to protect you from the elements such as wind and rain. Breathability should be taken into account to avoid overheating or excessive sweating. The main priorities will depend on what expected conditions you may be facing, but could include a combination of waterproof, water-resistant, or windproof. If you have a separate rain layer for the bike, then this will work perfectly for a waterproof layer around camp. Other features you should look for are mobility within the layers, things like cinches and hoods in case it rains, and more. There are 4 categories of outer shell layers. Waterproof breathable will be the most expensive option and offers the most versatility. This is a highly functional layer ideal for rough conditions in overland motorcycle expeditions. Water resistant are ideal for light rain and windy conditions. They will cover a lot of summer camping needs. Soft shell are good choices when breathability is the main concern. They are usually comfortable for moving around in and make them good choices around camp when weather is decent. Some offer light wind and rain resistance. Waterproof non-breathable is probably similar to any rain layer that you have for your motorcycle. They are good for keeping rain from penetrating, but they don't breathe well and will be uncomfortable to wear when the weather is hot and humid and may even end up soaking you from the inside. They are ideal for emergency rain situations or on the motorcycle, but you can get through an afternoon shower around camp with one of these. These layers should also integrate with your motorcycle gear, as you will likely be wearing them under your jacket and pants when needed. A good windproof jacket will make a great addition to your riding gear on cold morning rides. As far as material, wool is one of the best materials for your base layer. There are some other options too, each with different properties that can be beneficial. Some fabrics are more durable, others may wick more efficiently, and some fabrics help fight odor. Here are a few options. Wool, like I said, is ideal to wear closest to your skin. It has excellent wicking properties and dries quickly, making hand washing and drying easier. Wool is also odor resistant and warm, and it works well as a mid-layer too. It also insulates well even when damp or wet. Silk works well as a base layer too because it's lightweight, it dries quickly, and offers great wicking properties. It's not always as durable as alternatives though. Polyester is a durable fabric. It not only wicks well, but it also aids in faster evaporation. Among the benefits of polyester are fast drying time, its resistance to staining, being lightweight, cheap, wrinkle resistant, and versatile, making it great for travel. It can be less breathable though. It's not necessarily the softest, most comfortable fabric, and can stick to skin when wet. Polyester fleece is a mid-layer that can work well to keep you warm without overheating you. This is due to its breathable nature. Because it's breathable, it will not perform well in windy conditions without a second layer on top of it. Some fleece jackets have a wind-blocking membrane installed to help with this. Fleece dries fast and will continue to keep warm even if it gets damp. Nylon is stronger and more durable than polyester. It's not very breathable though, and it requires certain treatments to make it a good fit for a base layer. Wicking, for example, will require extra treatments. Cotton is not ideal for lower temperatures because it retains moisture and will not dry fast. This can work in moderate climates, but it may cause chafing if you wear it wet for too long on hot days. There are a few more options for mid-layer materials: down and synthetic down. Down has excellent heat retention properties. It's also highly compressible and can offer a lot of warmth for very little space in your saddlebags. Down comes inside of a jacket or outer shell, which will usually be treated for water resistance and will offer some wind-resistant properties as well. It is vulnerable to moisture though and will not insulate well when wet. It's also an expensive option, but lasts a long time. Synthetic down offers properties similar to down, but is cheaper and doesn't pack quite as small. They do continue to perform well when damp, which is a major benefit. They offer the same wind and water resistance as down and will also come inside a protective shell. As far as what to wear and what I wear, the list looks something like this: a hat that will keep the sun off your head and face and keep bugs at bay, and in cold camping situations a knit cap that can keep you warm. They can also help keep sweat off your face. Bandanas or balaclavas are a great accessory on and off the bike. A bandana can be soaked and worn around your neck to keep you cool in the summer. It can also help keep bugs off your face, or it can be helpful in dusty conditions. Sunglasses are worth mentioning. Although you will probably already have a pair of these from riding on the bike, these are particularly important when camping near water or reflective surfaces, which can be harsh on your eyes. Pants have similar principles to layering that we covered previously. Even in warm weather, you may want to choose a pair of lightweight pants over shorts if you're hiking. This can keep your legs protected from poison ivy, thorns, ticks, bugs, and the sun. As far as footwear for off the bike, I carry sneakers and sandals. The boots that you ride in will need to air out, so it's a good idea to have something else to wear around camp. Socks should ideally be synthetic or wool, similar materials to your base layer. I carry 3 to 4 pairs of socks and underwear, regardless of the length of trip, and I just hand wash as I go. This prevents carrying around a week or more worth of dirty clothes inside my cases. My pants are nylon stretch, rugged, quick drying, and sun protecting. These ones come from Prana. I'll leave a link down below if you want to check them out. For t-shirts, I use a similar material that is comfortable and quick drying. My mid layer is a down puffy jacket, and then I have a windproof layer that works great on the bike as well, and I have a rainproof breathable layer also. I sometimes carry a second pair of pants and usually 3 t-shirts. Now a bonus tip regarding laundry. Depending on the length of your trip, you may need to do laundry while traveling, or you may be packing it home with you. You can hand wash your clothes and hang them to dry around camp using a dry bag to shake them up in, and then rinse them with water from a creek. Make sure not to pollute the water source by using biodegradable soap and keeping it away from the water source. You can dig a cat hole for dumping your gray water at least 200 feet from the water source. This is another good reason to pack quick drying clothes on your trip. If you happen to be taking your dirty clothes home with you, make sure to bring a bag to keep them separate from your clean stuff. Wash those clothes as soon as you get home to avoid mildew. So that is everything you need to know about camping clothes for your next motorcycle campout. We talked about layers, materials, and what to pack. If you're looking for a deep dive on more topics like this, check out my book, The Fundamentals of Motorcycle Camping. And if you want to check out any of the clothes that I mentioned, there will be links to all of that down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.